been, what, 100,000 times?
I mean, we're so
this
polished.
team call.
We're so polished at this.
Oh, brilliant. Technology is still our forte, as ever.
Well, just
Good evening.
Welcome everybody to our October team call. Lovely to see you all on today. We've got an amazing team call today.
We have lots of exciting guests.
With some great people on to chat. So just quickly, we just want to go over announcements. So if you've hit Premier in September or before, then you can attend Leadership Retreat, which is this month. And the tickets are out. So you need to book online for that. And that looks like it'll be a great event.
Thank you to everybody.
Not so much.
So that's leadership, and we'll post a bit more about that in the upcoming weeks, days even.
So lovely oils here for the month. So 10% off Jasmine Touch. Back in the day when I first started, you couldn't actually get jasmine. It was about £250, I think, for a 5 ml bottle if you were to buy it, but they didn't have enough of it for you to buy. So it was really sought after. And so it was lovely when they brought out the Jasmine Touches. So if you haven't had Jasmine Touch yet, get your hands on it this month. It's a beautiful smelling oil, really good for skin complexion, but also really uplifting. It's a really cheerful, uplifting oil, really. It helps with your mood, which is what I use it a lot for. And it's a lovely, I really like it. Some people don't like it so much for a perfume, but I wear it as a perfume. Then you've got clove. That's in the On Guard blend. Clove is actually really high in antimicrobials. It's the highest antioxidant out there. It's way higher than blueberries. So really, really good for your immune system and keeping your body in balance, which we definitely need at this time of year. We're entering that flu season. And also, obviously, with the coronavirus, keeping your body in optimum shape is very important at the moment. So clove on its own is very good. We often just use it in On Guard, but having it as an extra boost is brilliant. And I actually use it often as part of a flu bomb. So if you are coming down with something, I take a couple of drops of, say, clove. Then I have frankincense often, tea tree or thyme or rosemary or lemon. I have 4 of those. And I put 2 drops of each into an empty capsule. And I actually did that last week when I was really coming down with something quite severe. It felt really quite horrible. I did that for 2 days straight. Literally, I'm really on it. I went oregano, that's another one I sometimes use in that blend. Doing it literally every kind of 3-4 hours for 2 days straight, and it knocked it on its head, so it didn't come out. I was feeling kind of under the weather and it almost came out, but it didn't. And then I continued doing it, not so frequently, for 1 more day. And yeah, I was absolutely fine. So highly recommend doing that. So as soon as you literally feel a little bit run down, I would suggest doing a flu bomb. So pick 4 of those oils or another antimicrobial oils. We have quite a few to pick from, which is lovely. And just knock it on its head straight away is what I really recommend. Cloves also really good for the teeth, of course. Historically, it's been known to help with tooth pain, but also any kind of tooth infections as well, due to its high antimicrobial properties, but also its analgesic property as well. So it helps to numb the pain too. It's quite strong. So
I've actually used it for like oil pulling.
To be warned.
When I've had a toothache, and used it with On Guard as well, and it does numb it, and it also helps to fight the bacteria inside your tooth. So it actually really helped me as well with oil pulling.
Brilliant.
Next is the holiday offers are out. There's a few of them out now they're out pretty early, but they're out there, and some of them, I think one of them sold out already, the chocolate trays. So if you want some of these products for the holiday season, then you need to get them this month or as soon as possible, because they do sell out. So have a look at that. That will be in your back office and under your shop for the catalogue for that.
Okay, incredible numbers here for our top enrollers this month. Huge well done. And Patricia, 27, that's absolutely amazing. Well done. And then Sarah with 16, incredible numbers. Peter Ria, still going at it, incredible, still pumping those numbers out and enrolling tons. Well done, Peter. And Ravneet 9, and Michael 9, Marjorie 9, and Jan 9. Really, really well done. Brilliant enrolment numbers there. Congratulations to you all.
And to our elites, congratulations to Sarah, to Agni, to Eva, to Geneva, to Brandon, and to Gemma. Well done on getting to elite in September, guys.
Fab. Really good. And then we have one premier this month, so well done. Jolie, I hope I've said your name correctly. Forgive us if we don't pronounce your name.
We're debating that one. We're debating that, Jolie.
I'm not going to try the last name, sorry. But well done, congratulations.
And then to Patricia. Now,
top enroller.
Amazing, Patricia, getting to silver and doing 27 enrollments in 1 month. That's amazing.
Fantastic. That's often what it takes to rank advanced.
And if you would get in touch with us, we would like to, because it's such a massive number of enrollments, we would like to send you an oil. So get in touch with us and choose your oil.
Yeah.
Patricia.
Okay, I think, I'm not sure if they're on, so I'm going to introduce them. And if not, we'll let's see the one yet first of all.
Are you on, guys?
Yeah,
hey.
Yeah, okay. Well, don't talk yet because I need to introduce you, but I think I think everyone knows you guys, but you know, just in case, and just because I like to introduce these guys. So Emily and Tim are beautiful friends, and still can't believe how lucky we are to have found you guys. And we feel completely blessed to have you in our lives, in our doTERRA lives, but also our friendship lives as well. Our families are really good friends, and you know, you inspire us continually. And we know you are so busy. You know, these guys are solid blues, and they're working hard. They've got a lovely, growing, lovely family. So really busy, and you know, I'm really thankful and grateful to you both for coming on tonight and just sharing some things with us. So thank you so much. I don't know who wants to go first. I've asked for different things from both, but you might be just bouncing off each other. But I basically asked these guys because they're so good at so many things. But one of the things that I just see time and time again with these two is they're enrolling like continuously. You know, it's been how many years in the business now, Ems and Tim?
5 years now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
5 years around this time.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? And like seriously, how on earth do you keep finding that many people and keep enrolling such high numbers?
I think it's only once you've not enrolled someone, right? Or is it
one month you had off?
Yeah, didn't like that.
And then I know, like the rest of us, you've had to kind of adapt your business a bit as well lately. So you've had to, you know, venture online more than you have done. So I thought that would be really inspiring just to share a little bit of some tips.
About people starting to get online.
Some
that's the hardest bit, isn't it? Trying to start getting online.
Yeah. Well, before we start, just you know, again, we're so grateful for you guys. You know, it's you guys have been such a massive part of our journey. You introduced us to this journey, and we love you and value your friendship so much. And it's a privilege to be part of your team and be your friends, actually, more so. So yeah, we love you.
Oh, thanks, guys.
So we made some notes, didn't we?
Yeah, we've just now we just knocked some notes up and ready to go. I know you wanted us to just mention about
sorry about our light, by the way.
Yeah, this is
we've got like this radiating light.
This is what you can have, guys. Blue Diamond, look at this. So this is what you can aspire to have.
I like you Tim.
I like a round of planning applications rejected.
Right.
So it's fine. You can have pink walls and pink carpet too if you like. But yeah, I quite like the light actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Living in our light.
We only got 10 minutes. This is what happens. I'll have about 30 seconds, and Emily will have probably the rest. So I'm going to get.
It works so well.
I wanted to give a bit of an overview about how I feel about the current situation that we're all in, because I think that's what people feel at the moment. Like things are different. Maybe things are slightly different to how they would.
You can't see the top of your head. There we go, Tim.
Okay.
Yeah.
How we would do things normally or differently, and how you adapt to that. And I just wanted to make a few comments. You know, like I still talk to people a lot, as you do, and one of the conversations that always seems to come up when you talk to somebody is, how's life, how's business, how's things for you? That's a common question at the moment with the state of everything that's going on. And I think we should remember that doTERRA, you know, well, lots of companies are letting people go. You know, obviously what happened with Cineworld today, and loads of people are struggling. I used to work in the theatre, you know, that industry's gone to pieces. You know, doTERRA are actually employing people. They're not laying people off, they're actually employing people. And I think we need to remember that. And it's a good thing to share with people as well, because it sends a real message to people about how well doTERRA is doing in this current climate. I wanted to also say that because we're, you know, people now are looking more now for pure and potent oils more so than ever before. This is a time where people, they want the real stuff now. Okay, so
they need the real stuff.
They need
now.
the real stuff, yeah. And obviously doTERRA, you know, ticks those boxes. And remember not to let people, not to prejudge what people think of the oils before you've even opened the door to them. You know, allow them to have their own opinions. Don't just think, oh, they're not going to be interested. I think right now people are in a reflective mood. They're in a mood where they're looking for change, they're looking for truth, and they're looking for transparency. So I think these are all times when these oils can really come into play in people's lives. And we should not take advantage of that, because the oils are never taking advantage of anybody, are they? They're always going to support people and help people. But we should take, you know, should take that and use that what we've got and explain to people, you know, how good these oils are, and the businesses as well. I mean, we do every month we do a business webinar where people can log on, or their team can log on. We share the business with them. It's about an hour long, and we do that every month. We've done that religiously all through lockdown, and people are interested to come on at the moment and listen to what we've got to say. So if you're not doing that, and you know, you want to, you should definitely think about doing that with your team once a month.
Yeah, go if you know, if you don't feel confident enough to do that, go to an upline, and maybe they're doing it and they can share that with you. But and even if people aren't ready right now for the business opportunity, you might just plant that seed for the future. It may start to grow.
And then, like social media, for example, which we weren't, you know, very good at all. You know,
no, when everyone was learning technology, we were learning how to sing and dance on stage.
Yeah, we didn't even have an email till about, well, I don't know, not very long ago.
It goes to show how much you can teach yourself.
But people now are selling things on Facebook. Now it's become quite common. You know, when you watch a video on Facebook, after 30 seconds, you have to get sold something. It's not, Facebook is now become a sales tool. That's what it is. Platform. It's become a platform for that. So we shouldn't be afraid of sharing the oils on social media. No. You know, I ask you the question, are you in the closet with doTERRA when it comes to social media? Or are you out there posting and sharing the information? Like during lockdown, I wanted to get some of those exercise bands, you know, that make your chest better, that give you pecs. They didn't work, by the way, but the point, the point was, I saw the advert on Facebook about 25 times before I actually bought them. You know, I did think about one, but I just never clicked and actually purchased them, and that taught me a lesson. I looked at it 25 times before I bought something, so that's, you know, something worth thinking about. What else did I want to say? Yeah, I wanted to say about, so I did some training, some social media training about a year ago before all this happened, so it was good timing. I learned the basics of how to share the oils online, to advertise oils online. And I would say that at the moment we are, thanks Daniel, at the moment I would say that we have more money on our hands. We're not doing fairs. We're not going to events. We have some money to invest in our business, I think, because obviously we're not spending it on all this other stuff that we might normally be spending it on, like doing fairs. You know, get yourself some education on how to use Eventbrite, how to advertise on social media. And I'm gonna, if you've got a pen, I want you to write this down for me. When you're doing learning about advertising on social media, on Facebook, for example, you're going to look at it and you're going to think, that is so complicated. There's so much to look at. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be focusing on. Okay. So when you're doing a Facebook ad, there's two different campaigns you can do. One's called event response and one's called traffic campaign. Okay, if you do Google how to do either one of those two things, okay, that's all you kind of need to do to start advertising on Facebook. That will narrow it down for you straight away. Otherwise, you're just going to be like, there's about 12 different campaigns you could do, and they'll all confuse you. So event responses or traffic campaign, and then you just need to look at how to create an audience, a lookalike audience, say. And if you can just do those simple things, you could start yourself advertising online to attract more people. And I know that there are people in your team, Bex, that already do that. But I didn't have anybody that I could go to with that. So I just found a course and did a small course. But
I think part of this business, we always talk about being in the empowerment business, but it's not just about us empowering other people. It's about us being empowered ourselves. So if you don't know something, you can find out so much online yourself. You just have to be empowered enough to go and search for that information, and you'll find it. And, you know, as Tim said, we really were technophobes. You know, we really... Nathan knows when we first started our business, I couldn't do PowerPoint. I phoned him at midnight about to throw my computer out of the window. I was like, I can't do it. But, you know, we learn, we taught ourselves those things. And it's like anything, once you know how to do it, it's not that hard, is it?
No.
But you did a training recently on Bloom, didn't you? On some, on like just even simple things like setting up Eventbrite. So you might want to find that. And
I think that even if we do go back to some more normality where we are able to do classes again and share the oils and stuff like that, we still should never really shy away from social media or online, because inevitably you're going to need to be able to do both at some point in your business anyway. It's inevitable, isn't it? You know, so it's good to have different options and different things you can do. And while some people might be struggling at this time, you can see just by the enrollments you've just shown, Bex, there's so many people that are thriving, and find there's lots of people wanting to enroll, and there's lots of customers out there. I still feel, you know, when I talk to people about the oils, that so many of them still think that they are just for making candles smell nice. There's still so many of them do not have any idea that essential oils can help support your health. And that means the market is definitely not saturated, and it means we just have to keep educating people, and people are ready to listen at the moment. They want to be educated. That people are opening up their minds to all of that at the moment. So, you know, be out there, come out the closet. That's my
and also
message tonight.
Just to add to that, because I've got my own notes as well, so it's my go now.
I did quite well there.
Just to add to that, you might not get there with it straight away. Don't expect to do a training on YouTube and just, you know, get it and do really well with it straight away. Like anything, you have to work at it, you have to tweak things, you have to be prepared to keep going. It doesn't always come instantly. You don't get that instant gratification, and that's what's so beautiful about doTERRA, because the people that keep going and keep trying and keep striving will be the ones that make it a success, because they don't quit, they keep going. So will you just take her and I'll share my notes now? Sorry, is this too long?
No, this is perfect. This is
Thanks,
great.
Tim.
Thanks so much, Tim. That's
Here, have you got any questions? Oh no, Beck's got a question for me.
Oh, okay. Right. I'm gonna take the baby.
Oh.
I was just going to say thanks so much, and if people want to catch more of that, they can go on to Bloom and search for your training, right? So you just go into a bit more detail.
I've done the training. Eventbrite slightly changed again. You know, it updates itself, and the same with Facebook. Some of you might already notice your Facebook looks very different to what it did look like. You know, so you have to kind of just rethink it a little bit, but it's still there. It's still the same principles, but things are slightly changed. They're constantly updating things at the moment. So
well, Eventbrite they've made better, haven't they? Because they made it online, so you can link Zoom directly to it, haven't they?
You can link your Zoom link straight to it. It can gives people a countdown now and gives them reminders and stuff like that. It gives you reminders. It means you can check who's coming onto your webinar through Zoom rather than Eventbrite. So yeah, it's given more options. It's just a little bit different to the way it was, you know, a month ago. But it's it's good.
Brilliant. But I love what you said there. You know, you can do anything. You can, like, it's natural selection, isn't it? It's like in nature, you've got to evolve with what circumstances you find yourself in. And like in the wild, the strongest survive, right? In doTERRA, you just have to keep adapting. And at the moment, there's a perfect example of how most of us, I know a lot of people were doing online before, but most of us weren't. And that's not a reason to, you know, stop or slow down or make excuses of why you're not perhaps achieving. You've just got to learn the new skills. and not be scared and just take it a step at a time. Like you guys, you've done that. So that's brilliant.
We have some some people on our team that are using the situation, very well and trying different things. We have that one of the ladies, one of the top enrollers on there tonight with the 16. She's part of she lives in a neighbourhood where people sort of know each other, and she's been going around with flyers and knocking on people's doors and saying, I'm doing a class, would you like to come? This is what it is.
Amazing.
And she's gone around all month, the last 2 months doing that, and she's got 16 enrollments this month. We've got another lady that's doing little penny raffles. She's getting an oil, and then she raffles people a ticket online. At the same time, she educates people at the same time about the oils, and then so we've got all of these lovely little things that people are doing. So yeah, there's lots of ways you can be creative.
There's a saying in doTERRA is, if you want to achieve what most people won't, you have to do the things that most people aren't prepared to do, and it's so true, isn't it?
I love it.
It doesn't always mean it. Well, it's often not in the comfort zone. So
yeah, absolutely. Cool. And your notes, Em?
I've got 2 minutes. Okay, I'll whiz through. So I just wanted to talk more about
emotions. You go emotions? No, not emotional. You normally go emotional. Normally something emotional, isn't it?
Fluffy.
You're going to go
not emotional.
A little bit. Go away. It's my turn. So I'm going to talk about finding, because I do love finding people. I love introducing people to the oils, but also to the business. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't, because I believe so deeply in it, in the oils and in the business. I don't know anybody that I wouldn't share them with, or any reason why I wouldn't share that with somebody, because I know that the oils impact your life in such a way, and so does this business, and it could be for anybody. So for me, I've always said it's about having your eyes open to the people that could benefit from the oils or from the business, and not waiting for people to come to you, but actually finding people, like going out there and having your eyes open and finding people that could have their lives impacted by either the oils or the business. It might be people that you already know, but I find lots of people that I don't know. I use social media, and if there's somebody that springs out to me and I think, oh, they would probably really be interested in the oils, or they would be amazing at this business, I will make contact with them and build a relationship, and be authentic, but maybe tell them about me and what I do, and see if there's an option for collaboration even. And it's about, well done, Indy. It's about painting the picture for people, I find. Because a lot of people don't really know what doTERRA is. People have their own perceptions of network marketing. So helping people to see that it doesn't have to take over their life. They can do it alongside other work. It can complement. It can be a beautiful side plate to other work. And you can do this business as much or as little as you want, or as what works for you in your life. And you'll get support for whatever that is and whatever that looks like in your life, depending on what you want as well. What?
Give an example of the ladies from America.
Yeah, I was going to. So recently on Instagram, I came across a gorgeous pair, mother and daughter actually, and I just loved their vibe. They were really happy and joyful, and their passion is low tox living. And I just stumbled across their page on Instagram, and I just, when people resonate with you, and I thought, well, they're making all their own homemade products, and they're clearly passionate about nature. I didn't know them, but I just messaged them and I said, I love your page. It really resonates with me, and I love your vibe. And I asked them if they'd ever heard of doTERRA. I told them I work with essential oils. This is a private message. And I said, I would love to send you some to play with, because I think that you'll love them. And I just sent the message. Now, I usually expect not to hear back from a message like that. I don't just send a message and wait and then get disappointed if I don't hear back. I send messages like that all the time, actually. And most of the time you don't always hear back, but sometimes you do. And obviously they messaged, the daughter messaged me back straight away, and she was so grateful and happy. And she said, you know what, it's so funny because we were just talking about looking to get into essential oils and wanted to learn more about them. And then your message arrived. So, and we had lots in common as well. And so she said, please send us some, we'd love that, and we'll share it on our social media. They had a nice following as well. And they were over in the US. So I sent their oils over. I sent little intro, nice samples. So I sent the intro trio box and a few others as well. And they did this gorgeous post with a video of the mum making like a laundry softener, and obviously tagged me. And then since then they invited me to go on their podcast, because they've just launched a podcast. So they want to interview me to talk about oils and low tox living on their podcast. And then the other day we decided to have a pre-podcast meeting, and I thought, well, I am going to mention the business to them, because if there's anybody that signs up through them, it would make sense that they go underneath them, even if they're not ready right now. It might be something for the future. Yeah. So I was about to mention it, and then she asked me. So she was like, well, actually, we are thinking of adding something on like this to our business. And, we were thinking, it's come at the perfect timing. And she wanted some more information about it. So, and that all just came from sending a message out to somebody that I didn't know. And so it's about building that relationship. And, if they get stuck in, I'd be so excited to work with them, because they're brilliant, they're joyful and they're happy. And I think that they would rock it as well. So that's just a really nice example. One of the other things that we've been doing recently is, we've been putting the feelers out to find people, but also obviously we want to support new build as well. And something that we've been doing is creating little mini WhatsApp groups for new builders, so they feel like they're in a really safe, nurtured space that's not too scary, like a big pond that has got all these experienced builders in. They might feel a bit uncomfortable, scared to ask questions because they might seem silly. People worry about that sort of thing, don't they, when they're first starting and they feel like they don't know anything. So we've been creating sort of small mini learning groups. But what I found actually is that it's given me the opportunity to invite people that have displayed an interest in the business in the past or recently, to actually just make a contact with them and sort of say, I know we've chatted about this in the past, but I've got a little group starting next week where I'm just going to talk about some of the basics of the business and how it works. Would you like me to add you in, just so you can get a feel of it and see if it's something for you? And people have said, yes, definitely, add me in. And then suddenly they're in this group and they're learning about it, and they're getting a feel for the company, and they're getting a feel for us, and they tend to keep going. So that's been a really nice little thing. And then obviously you can pour in drip feed slow information. We've done like a weekly training, but also drip feeding lots of information in bits of homework, and then they're in a little mini group, so they feel a connection with other people at the same stage as them. So that's been really nice, and they go through sort of like a 6-week program, and then they graduate into the larger pond. And that's really nice, because we get to build a connection with them too. So even if you're not doing something like that, or you don't feel confident enough to do that yet, speak to maybe your upline, and they might be able to do something like that for a few of you, together. I think the magic of it is that it's not too big, that it is small and intimate. That's certainly what we find with Oil Camp, for example. The magic is that it's really small and intimate, and then the people that are involved do feel safe and, not too out of their comfort zone. Yeah. So that's another thing that's been really nice. And then, I just feel like so strongly right now, like Tim said, now more than ever, it is just our responsibility to share these bottles of plant-based wisdom with the world, and connect people with the power of nature and that healing capacity of nature, so they can bring that nature into their homes and into their lives. Like, I feel so strongly right now that this is our opportunity to share this message with the world, with everybody. And but be authentic with it, be yourself and just share from your heart. I really feel that is so important, that you are sharing this from your heart. And I feel like that's why I do find a lot of people, because I believe so deeply in it, and I'm passionate, and I hope people feel that from me. So another quick tip before I finish is I was doing some trainings for these new builders in these mini groups. We've got one group was called the Mighty Bloomers, then we had the Gorgeous Glowers, and then we're going to have the Hero Healers. They've got funny names, these little groups. But I was doing some training for them recently, and I came across a guide in Empowered Success. I was taking them through Empowered Success, and I'm not sure if you guys have found this. It was new to me, but it's called, it's under Empowered Success, under step 4. It's the Build Your Business Training System. Have any of you guys seen this? So it's not the build guide, it's different. And it is 110 pages of wisdom to pour into. It basically covers the whole of pipes, covers obviously prepare, invite, present, enroll, support, but then it also covers finding builders, launching builders, mentoring your builders. It covers some personal development, envisioning your future. It covers strengths. It covers scripts that you know, things that you can say throughout every stage of the journey, you know, as you're finding your own script. It gives you examples that you can, you know, take things from, make it your own. It gives you worksheets. Then it covers the compensation plan. It covers the different roles in doTERRA, what it looks like to be a customer sharer, user builder, and how to articulate that. It's a brilliant guide. It's really, really good. It's very in-depth. It says 110 pages, but it's awesome. And it's obviously Empowered Success has been put together by top leaders. So the front page, Nick has just shared it, I think. Perfect. Thanks, Nick. So the front page of this guide has, before I finish, has a picture of black spruce on it. And so black spruce symbolizes the capacity to grow and thrive and advance despite a harsh environment. And for that reason, it has been chosen to represent the journey of a doTERRA wellness advocate, which I think is so nice. So I'm just going to read this before I finish. So for that reason, it's been chosen to represent the journey of a doTERRA wellness advocate who, whilst growing themselves and their team, will endure many seasons of learning experiences that refine the determination to unearth confidence, thwart distractions, and rise above the limiting beliefs. Bearing pine cones, black spruce symbolizes the importance of nurturing seeds of potential within the cradled branches of caring leaders who know duplication is key to building a flourishing forest of success. And the best way to predict your future is to create it. And I just think that's so beautiful. I love black spruce. So that is a great guide to dive into. That's my note.
That's fantastic. Thanks so much, Ems and Tim. Thank you. And I loved what, you know, everything you shared. I loved that Instagram story. That was amazing. And what was quite significant and important to remember is that wasn't the first time you've done that. So like you said, you've sent so many messages and you don't expect to receive an answer. You're not like waiting on that one person you've contacted. You're literally contacting lots of people. And I think that's how it is. It's when you go out and you share openly, heartfelt, like you said, and some will come back later, and some might not ever come back. They might give someone else, which is great too. So, you know,
it's a number. It's totally a numbers game. You know, it's totally a numbers game. You've got to make sure that you're connecting with people all the time and sharing your passion. Yeah. And if that passion's not there, then find that passion, find your why, use your oils, and that passion will come.
So, do you know what, David Sterling, one of my favorite quotes from this convention just gone, the US convention, he said something like, nothing of consequence ever happens without passion. And I totally resonated with that, because you're absolutely right. It has to. You can't fake it. It's got to come from you. And that's why it always begins with you using the oils, doesn't it? And you really believing in it. And the business, like you said, you can't not share it with people, because why wouldn't you? It's an amazing opportunity. And right now, even more so.
And one last tip, drink cacao every day. because it helps you to find your inspiration and your vision. And that's also tapping in with the plant-based wisdom of Mama Cacao.
I told you she'd go woo-woo.
Love it. And it's a natural high.
Love
Can't
it.
help myself.
Every day.
It's amazing stuff, honestly. So that would be another tip.
Delicious too. Yes, good tip. Okay, thanks so much. Hey, Ziggy.
Lovely to talk to you. See you later.
Lovely to see you both.
Thanks,
so
guys.
much. Thanks for sharing.
Appreciate you coming on.
Bye.
Thanks. Okay.
So we would like to introduce to you tonight our next guest speakers, and they aren't on our team, so we are extremely grateful for you guys coming on tonight. So we'd like to introduce Sean and Coralie. You guys, I saw you come on. Are you guys here?
Good evening. Yes. Follow that, as they say.
Yeah, I know. You have to wait for our intro first, though.
Yeah. Oh, wait, got an intro for you guys. Right? So, and it looks like, where are you?
Ibiza, probably.
Yeah, that's an Ibiza sunset.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a background, is it? Because it looks bright in your room.
Brilliant.
I'm like, this is daytime for you.
No, where are we now? Where are we in the picture?
No, where are you now?
Oh, this
Oh,
is
no,
the
this is
office.
the office.
This is home.
Yeah.
It looks really looks like it's
It's
daylight.
lovely. Yeah. Nice
Anyway, it must be
lights
good
and
lighting. Good
that.
lighting.
If I turn the lighting. Yeah. Good
Oh,
lighting.
it is okay, proper lighting.
Clever.
Proper.
If you want to entertain people, if you want them to tune in, I think I can't necessarily do it with my wisdom. So we try and make it as easy on the eye as possible, just to keep them going. Otherwise, there's reason to tune out.
Well, you guys
Done a
are
good job.
very fun. We first met Sean, and we met Sean at our elite retreat. Well, we've spoken before that, but we met you at our elite retreat.
Yeah.
Now, Sean told me today that he actually told us he was elite, so he could get on the retreat.
I know.
But he was only
I was
executive,
hoping you weren't going to check the
My
information
word. Yeah.
at the time.
which I didn't.
We didn't.
Which I didn't.
Which we're so glad we didn't.
Glad we didn't.
We'd have let you on anyway, Sean.
Well, we wouldn't have, because that was a strict rule.
Oh, we went out. Well, yeah. We went to. We went
Strict
to.
rule.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, smart. Well done.
so these guys were executive February, okay, and since then, and so lockdowns happened since then,
Wow.
about a month later,
Yeah.
and you guys went gold last
Stormed
month.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's amazing. So we wanted you to come on and share, and not to share necessarily about Elite Retreat. That wasn't why, because we don't necessarily think it was that. Maybe that helped a little bit, but we wanted you to talk about
Your journey.
your journey with it over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
You started 3 years ago, like
Kind of.
with doTERRA, and then you
Kind
went
of, yeah. We had a blip.
and you went to convention. Well, you watched convention last year,
Well,
global.
that's how we found it. We 3 years ago. How does anybody get into this wacky world of crazy oils? You know, somebody reaches out and you either embrace them or you look at them strangely. And we did look strangely, but I think after a process, the person was persistent, and so after I think we've often tested the oils on our children. And our children seemed okay, so we realized they must be okay for us to try as well. But the children don't lie as well, do they? If someone's got a headache and you offer them some peppermint, it's either going to work or it's not going to work. So we quite quickly realized that there was something in this, and it was going to be an awful lot more fulfilling than we had an IT business before that. And again, with conventional business, you only hear from your customers when it's broken. And it's nice.
And I was fed up of saying to people, like, have you rebooted your computer? Have you pressed that button? It's like, it's not very soul filling, is it? When you've invented this amazing piece of software that you've rolled out to the world, and then, all you hear is the poop.
Yeah.
And that's no fun.
But
we ended up like with some life happenings that basically meant that in January, when Sean totally blagged his way onto the elite retreat with you guys, we at that point had burnt all our bridges.
Absolutely, yeah.
On purpose.
We realized yours were amazing all that
Yeah.
time ago. Because of our business that we were in, we had the same dilemma that I think a lot of people think. I want to do this, but I can't tell anybody, because if I've come out the closet and I say I'm an oily whore, then my customers are going to think, well, are you starting a second hustle because your first hustle is going to die? So we were worried about losing businesses for our software business. Right. So we were undercover oilers then, which again,
that doesn't work.
It doesn't work. You know, we had the most amazing thing that we didn't want to tell anybody about, and it wasn't a good business plan really. But then we sold the business because we realized the business was holding us back from doing what our passion was going to be. And that's another interesting story. We sold the business. It took 13 months to get the contract signed because it was a global business, and so it took a lot of doing. So then that was it. So then we're free. Apart from the major problem was we were free, but we'd sold a company, so we enjoyed ourselves. And we thought we'll take 4 years out, and we can build our oil business, and we can live and find our new direction and fix ourselves, because we're both extremely burnt out, adrenal fatigue, lots of problems. But then we realized after our first year, we'd sort of burnt 4 years' money, and there we could see the end of the bank balance. And there's nothing like seeing the end of your money to focus your attention. You know, Nathan and Becky, when you know, at the Elite Retreat, when you were saying how, you know, £400 would change your world, how you started off. And you can have all the passion, but if you're too comfortable, you can't start a business sat in a big comfortable chair. You need to sit on a block of ice or something. You know, if your arse is hurting, you've got a bit of reason to push. And it all coincided with, we saw I don't know where I saw the advert for the Elite Retreat. Well, we went to convention, as you do, pay homage, and stood there, 35,000 people, and we come away going, we have to do this. It's amazing. Why aren't we doing it? So we went back with the plan that we're going to do it immediately in September, and did nothing till January, because life started again. You put it off, it's easy. But we saw the Elite Retreat, came along, and you say you don't know whether that was made a big influence. That was a huge influence. Because
it was a huge influence, because Sean did a plan, right? So Sean doesn't plan anything ever. Like, I'm a project manager, I'm really OCD, we're totally chalk and cheese, but Sean will not plan for toffee because he doesn't believe in it, and he'll never set a target, right? When I think it was the second day, he rang up, he said, I've got a workbook and I've got targets in it, and I've come up with a plan. And I'm like, are you actually kidding me? And I know Nathan looked at your plan and said, it's a crock of crap. There is no way you are going to achieve those figures. You're in cloud cuckoo land.
I think politely looked at it and said, right, what's your time path? Where do you want to be, and in what time? And I said what it was, said, okay, now you understand the nuts and bolts, write a realistic one. And I sat back, and he said, are you stuck? I went, no, I like the first plan, actually. And that was it. That was the first plan. So it was a huge, crazy, unbelievable, realistic goal. But the fires were burning behind us. You know, it literally, the fires were burning. But we got to the point at the beginning of the year that the money was really running out. It was, you know, really running out. So we thought, we'll get a couple of jobs. We don't need a lot between us. We've got 5 kids, paraplegic parents in the annex, big overheads and things, but between 2 of you, it's doable. So we started applying for jobs, and then there was some global pandemic, just put the kibosh on that. I got refused a job as a postman, which I was staggered.
Well, the hilarious thing is Sean spends his whole life in shorts. Okay, he even looks like a postman. I'm like,
he does look like a postman.
You were in shorts.
Exactly. If this is the universe telling us that we need to stop doing all the other things and just concentrate on the one thing that we should have been doing for the last 3 years. But
then, so that really was.
That was like panic moment.
Now do this. So after Elite Retreat, we got focused. We had a plan. We're going to do it. We had no reason not to. But again, there was still that little bit of comfort. If it goes wrong, there's a safety net. We'll get a job. When there was no job, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? And so we mapped it out, and it was following your figures. So we had a rough idea of what the payments would be if you fast rank to each position.
Wow.
And we have to get to this one to clear everything. We took mortgage breaks. We held all our credit everywhere. We wrote to the credit cards, anything we owed out, we put a stop on it. The kids karate club said, can we just have a pause for a few months? So we reduced our outgoings to as good as zero. We were living on 30 quid a week of food. It was just, but that was the fire. That was the reason to get going. Every week you have to, we haven't made huge enrollments, but the team has. You know, we strategically worked. I'd ride my motorbike to Devon every Wednesday to train people.
Yeah, Sean would like be out of the house by 5 in the morning to get to Devon to train the team down there, to then turn around and come back in the evening, so we could then keep going the next day with all the things we're doing to support the customers, making sure that every single customer has a wellness consult, that they understand about our LRP, that they know what the product of the month is. Like, all our customers get a handwritten newsletter. Well, we print the newsletter, but they get a handwritten envelope. I sent the stuff with lemongrass, for God's sake. We've even done postal tests on which oil lasts the longest in the post. Lemongrass came out top. Lemongrass, yeah. So I spritz them all with lemongrass. So they smell nice. But like, we figured, like, people's post is horrible, isn't it? Most people's post is brown envelopes. So ours go out in bright pink envelopes. They all go out at the beginning of the month. It tells you what the product of the month is, reminds people about LRP, and we've tried to do the same thing consistently every single month, even though some months we don't want to.
I know. And some, you know, we have we go through a lot of adaptive as well. You know, it's just life. It's been flipping tough this year. We've enjoyed it because we can see where we're going, but even when you're having the best possible day, everything's falling in place, you've got your builders saying this is great, that's good, everything in front of you is good, the kids have done their schoolwork. When it sets into your head and the clouds come in, it's just it's not all, you know, flumps and fun and happiness and whatever, and you've got to you've got to scrape yourself off the floor. But the one thing we know is tomorrow has to be a moving forward day. Everybody has to feel valued. Everybody has to, we can spend so much time finding customers, and that is the backbone of the business, the customers. You know, you can have the best team of builders, but your customers have got to have the same excitement every month that they had when they got their first sample off you. Because if they're not repeatedly purchasing, and I used to have a problem with talking about this because I felt I'm shoehorning people into spending money, which particularly at the moment nobody's got any. But you'll be surprised who has really got money. You know, you making a decision on how deep someone's pockets are is none of your business. You know, you have got a right to know, can you help them? Can you support them? Can you make their world better? Whether they can afford it isn't your bag. It just doesn't matter. But I think once you get your head around the fact that you're not pushy, you're passionate, and there's nothing wrong with being passionate. With every ounce of my heart, I want to help you fix yourself today, and I'll do everything I can to help you, and I'll show you everything I can, but I'm not going to down talk a kit because I feel difficult saying, well, you know, this Natural Solutions, it's going to cost you a liver or something. This is going to be the best thing for you. And if the pain is too much, then we can do something different. And it's even got to the point where we've bought kits for someone or a couple of people that we know really is struggling. And if they're really honest and they really come back and they're really struggling, then you need 150 quid more than I do. And they'll come back. And I'm not saying sample kits, everyone, but get into your people, get into your customers. You know, this is a passionate world.
And I have to say, just picking up, Rebecca, the first thing, I've got it in front of me here, the first thing that I wrote down on the convention was David Sterling, nothing of significance ever happens without passion. And that is like just, yeah.
But it's not, we spend so much time thinking about finding and how we're going to get people and so on. But, you know, our analogy is a big old boat high, and you think that the sail is in the middle and you've got all these legs coming in on one side of the bow tie. People make the sail and move on. But the other side's got to mirror this side. If you've got 20 legs, 20 touches, 20 things going in to push someone over the sail, then look after them the same amount the other side, because nothing turns a person off quicker than once the ink has dried on the credit card and you don't contact them. And I know everybody knows this, but stick a post-it note up, remind yourself, write it on your mirror, you know, do something to remind you that every customer is precious. I don't know why I started thinking of the Monty Python, every sperm is precious then, but no, it's every customer is precious. That's the one. But if you want to take that song, then you can take that one. But
we'll stick more.
But I think that's worked for us. You know, we've pivoted massively online, of course, and we found the online presence really worked well because anybody can attend a Zoom class. You know, everybody knows how to Zoom now. 6 months ago, you said Zoom, and they'd say, "Oh, I'm not in IT, sorry," but you know, the kids do it now. Anybody does it. But people can brush their hair and put a shirt on. I mean, I've got a ballet tutu underneath this, so, but you don't have to change who you are. You can show up, do the meeting for 40 minutes, and then log off. And you know, it's a harder connection because I'm a hugger. I like contact. I like people.
But there's ways around things. Like we make sure that all our samples go out before the class so they can still enjoy the whole experience.
Absolutely.
It just means you've got to be a bit more organized about it. But you can still do it. It's just the same but different, isn't it?
But it's but build.
Sean's got you then.
Yeah, so we can see this team's perfect. It's a perfect team.
I would not be doing that.
I wrote a list once.
You did, and he still does write lists now. Whatever you did to him at Elite Retreat, it's changed. It's changed. And I think because we now have targets that we're both following, we're both, you know, we both plan out and we've mapped out what we want. It's like it is like going somewhere with a map now. Like if you don't have a map, you just dither off anywhere and you could find yourself anywhere, whereas now we know where we're going.
But everything, it surrounds us, the targets. There's just you can't help but reach. So that's this month's enrollments that you know we have to hit it, and it's you only fail when you stop trying.
It's just an excuse for a craft project, isn't it? I can just make stuff. Isn't it?
But yeah, it's once you get past the thought that what you're doing is either not icky, but that
cushy.
I don't know, it's not right. You're helping someone. If somebody fell over, would you stop and lift them up? And that's all you're doing by giving them oil. But you can't give someone an oil and not follow up with them, because you're doing them a disservice. You know, it's but your team are so important. Build your team.
And I have to say, oh my gosh, credit to you guys and like everyone that's taken the time to come on the call. We've never been on a team call this big. Like, you know, and we're lucky that we you know, we get to come on a few, but 83 participants, you've all given up your time to come onto your team call, and that's
testament to how
you're running things and how people connect with you. It's really good.
Yeah, because our team split exactly 30% in Australia, America, and the UK. So at Elite Retreat, I said we were going to be founder, and I was dead set on that, but it just hasn't worked that way. But we just tapped into everybody we knew globally. And you know, so it's the way it's gone really. But the trainings,
founder spot. There's still 10 founder spots.
But you got the criteria to be a founder. It's you got to have 80%. Is it in the UK or
100%?
100%, is it? So it's just immense. Just you know, but
global businesses, that's fantastic. You've gone global.
But and you can. That's the other thing. There's no limit. If you gave a crayon and a piece of paper to a kid and said, draw your best day, they would draw a better day than any of us could. because we'd start drawing it, we go, oh, we can't do that, that's ridiculous, isn't it? And we can't do that. But go back to your inner child. You can do anything. If you've got a smartphone, and you've got a bit of passion, you know, earlier, Tim and Emily, wow, just wow. These people saying, putting their hands up saying, didn't know how to do anything. So I Googled it. You know, I did some homework. I found out how to do it. If you've got a smartphone and a bit of gumption, you're in the most powerful time. We're in the most horrible time of our life, because if anyone's seen the David Attenborough film that's out, I mean, I think we've got about 80 years left on this planet and we're checking out unless we do something. So it's scary as buggery, isn't it? But, you know, we've got a pandemic, which is horrendous. It's really horrendously affecting people. It's also giving a lot of people the shift they need to change the way, you know, the ark is built and the floods are coming. And I'm not biblical in the slightest sense, but, you know, it's, if you can use one of these things and you've got a bit of passion, draw your perfect day with a crayon. Draw as a 4-year-old kid. What's your best day going to be? Color it in, make it as wonderful as it possibly could be. And if your day is involving talking to a team internationally and planning conventions and other shores and whatever it might be, do it. Just absolutely do it. And if you don't know how to do it, learn, pick it up. You know, if I can do it,
or go to an elite retreat at Becky and Nathan's.
Absolutely. And I still owe you a new toothpaste, because for the first night there, I forgot my toothpaste, and I come in, your display, can I pinch the toothpaste actually?
Yeah, we even supply toothpaste. That's right.
Don't know how they do it for the money, but yeah, there we go.
Lovely. Thank you so much. That was brilliant. So much passion. You can feel it from you, and that is again what is making your business grow. It's the passion behind it. And you're absolutely right. It is hard to be passionate unless you've got something really, you know, pushing you, right? So you have got to find that thing that really drives you, because you can't fake that as well. And if it's not a money need, you've got to dig deep, right? You've got to really dig deep and find your why, and then have a focus. I loved what you guys said about that. You know, having a focus then just helps you to be motivated, because you can see yourself getting closer to that goal, can't you? Rather than just doing it and not really knowing where it's taking you.
There's only two reasons that make you do anything. You're either pushed or you're pulled.
Yes.
So, you know, everyone talks about their why, and that's still very valid. You have to have a valid why. But I'm not good with a why. I've never been able to find my why. World peace, Necker Island, I don't know, why, whatever. But it's finding, it's the, what's the emotions wheel, isn't it? For the oils, the blue and the yellow.
Yeah.
So it's what do you want to go towards, or what do you want to move away from?
Yeah.
And it's easier for me to focus on what I want to move away from. And even though life is good, forget the fires that were there, I want to move away from knowing how much money is in the bank at the end of the month, because sometimes you've got more month than you have money. You know, those things I need to move away from. Thinking I'm 52 now and I don't have a pension. That's a massive thing to move away from. You know, and if you have got a pension, I don't know if it's really going to, you know, keep you in quality streets for the rest of your life. So if you can't find a why, find your won't, and what won't you do anymore. So yeah,
I would say that is your why, Sean. Yeah, and then your why will change once you hit those goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Transitions. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on. Loved having you guys.
Thank you for having us. It's been really nice to see you.
Really lovely having you on, guys.
New faces. Yeah.
Big family.
Drop Sean and Carolyn. Drop them a line, guys, on Messenger. They'll love it.
Yeah.
Bombard them.
Yeah. Spam the hell out of us.
Yeah. Block their Messenger. They'll love it. We look forward to spending more time with you guys. Go on your motorbikes. That's cool.
And there was one thing, because I know you love a goal, Sean. And when are you going diamond?
It's here.
30th of December by 8 o'clock.
By 8 o'clock, I love it.
It's written on the back of it.
Well, it's got to be by tea time, and it can't be New Year's Eve.
So Corey wants New Year's Eve off, so it has to be the day before, she says.
Smart thinking, so you can party.
Yeah, I couldn't find a big diamond, so I got a pink diamond. There wasn't a blue diamond, but that'll do.
I love it. That's a beautiful diamond.
But again, it's visualizing, isn't it? It's around you. You know, like I wore my watch all last month. because it's gold.
Watch.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I've got a platinum ring on this month.
Fantastic.
So it's a constant reminder.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I heard of a crazy couple that used to sing a Spandau Ballet song in the morning.
Weirdos.
I don't know.
I don't know who they were.
I've never heard of it. Don't know what that
I
song
think it's
is.
probably me enforcing it on Nathan, to be honest. Dancing around Nathan.
Don't know what that song is.
It works. Make it real.
It worked. It totally worked. Exactly.
Did.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Thank you.
You're
Have a
welcome.
lovely evening.
Thanks for coming on.
So that leads us on really, really well, actually. To you guys will all know Becky, our beautiful upline, and mum as well. Very fortunate to have both of those things in our lovely Becky. Anyway, she has really helped us all to support our customers from the beginning, hasn't she? She created the Essential Gifts of the Earth Facebook page, which we all put our customers onto, which is wonderful. It has, she'll be able to tell us, but so many people, I don't know, but thousands, right?
Over 5,000, I think.
So a nice big number. And now she hasn't just, it's been a few months now, she's created this really good customer website. So we weren't sure if everyone knew about it. So we wanted to invite her to come on to show us what we can use to give to our customers and help support those customers. So Becky.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for coming on.
I will share my screen.
Oh, okay. Let me just.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Let me in.
Thanks so much for coming on, Bex.
Oh, you are welcome.
Just did
After your continued education that you've just done, support customers as well.
I'm still disabled, I think.
Oh, it would be like cracking a joke there.
It won't let me do it.
Share screen. How was your continued? So Becky's also running continued education classes. Do you want to quickly just say about that, Bex, just in case people have missed that?
Yes. On the group, we have every Monday night now at 8 o'clock. We have, and we shall just keep doing this. Different people come on and speak about different things. Sometimes it's just a little bit about the oils. Sometimes it's a lot about the product and the oils. But, you know, we're looking for people that are very passionate about a subject and happy to share. And yeah, so put your names forward if you feel like you would love to give a presentation, because the more the merrier, really.
Brilliant.
Tonight we had Abby and Jay, who are a couple, and they shared about their daily habits, and they're both very into health and they're very fit, and he was a personal coach and trainer, and he talked tonight about that. So you can go on and watch that. It will be on the Facebook group. All right, so let me see if I can share now.
You should be able to. We made you co-host.
Yes, I can. For some reason it's not up there, so it won't be a minute. I'll just go and get it. It was up there, but I've just done a live, so maybe it's gone from there. Okay, let's click on that. Now let's go back.
Lovely comments there for Coralie and Sean. I love the pink lemongrass envelope. Such a good idea.
Share. Okay, here we go. So the reason that I first decided to do this, because I found, can you see that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Was because I found that lots of people in the team were reinventing the wheel over and over and doing places where customers could go, and that this was distracting people from actually being able to do the business. So this site here I don't collect any leads from it. It's literally for all of you to use if you feel that it's a good fit for you. So I'm going to go through it now and show you. It's www.dosuccess.co.uk, and there's the home page, which has, this is not Dr. Hill. Oh, what's our founder's name?
David Sterling.
David Sterling. This is that lovely video. It's a really good one. I think it's the best one. And then you can go through, they can click on these different subjects down here. They can go across to this one, and then there's a new to doTERRA, and then there's I have my oils now what. So for instance, you could literally just go up here, copy that link, and that will take them straight to this page. And this is here. This is a video that used to get sent out to everybody, but they can't now because it's not compliant. So when you click on this, there will be, it's password protected. So I can't tell you the password right now, but I will let you know that. So this is a very, very good DVD from Dr. Hill about all the oils in the Home Essentials kit. And it's really, really good. So that already empowers them to know how to use the oils. But I had to get around it in a way where it wasn't necessarily out for everybody to be able to see. So then you can go down here and there's different, you know, about the co-impact sourcing and where, how to get discounts on your favorite products. It talks a bit about LRP, and then there's all the groups here where they can find information about oils. Then there's also here, there's a thing about samples. So if you send them a sample of Deep Blue, or you send them a sample of a Breve sweet or an On Guard sweet, or an On Guard, a toothpaste, and so on, then you can also send them the link to this on samples. If you have any more suggestions of how you would like this, I'm very, very happy to change things that suit all of you, because, you know, sometimes, well, we don't get it right. So I'm happy.
This is sorry to interrupt, but this is good for like your LRP, isn't it? So once they're customers, you can send them a little welcome gift of a sample, right? And then say, this is, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And then you could send them an email and send them this page, or, you know, or this page here, which is, I have yours now, what? Yeah. And then if we come across here, we have well-being area. So for instance, if you felt that they would do very well on the Lifelong Vitality, then you could just send them that link to the Lifelong Vitality and they can learn all about it here. So the first video we have here is Vanessa. This video is amazing here, and she's incredible nutritionist. So, and she's English, so she has this English accent, which is lovely to be able to send to people. We then have Rebecca Hintze, Dr. Axe, and then lots of information about the Lifelong Vitality, so that people in their own time can look it up, so they can see all that's in it.
They love dairy milk.
Sorry,
I love dairy milk.
I know. Well, if it's a choice. And then we have the Astapure, the Astaxanthin. Again, that tells them a little bit about that. There's videos, more videos, there's testimonials. Now there is a testimonial one here, but it is password protected. If you come down here at the bottom, there's an ailment archive here. I'll go straight into it, but you won't be able to. There'll be a password protection, because I really don't want people that are not part of doTERRA to be able to go on to here, because as you can see, there's a cancer link there. Yeah. So we do have to be careful who we give the password out to. Please be very careful and know that they are definitely in doTERRA because they love the oils, not because they want to find out what we're up to. Yeah, so if you can be responsible for that and just make sure, then, and this of course is the ailment, you know, the archived ailment section. It's coming to it, but it's not there. So basically, you know, it's there. Where are we? I've lost my place now. Hold on a minute. Okay, so it's gone to ailment finder, which means that you can then look up, and this is definitely not compliant. So yeah, it's there at the moment. I may have to delete it at any moment's notice, but it's there for you if you need it. Right, let me just go back.
I think you have to cross that, Bex, and then it might, I think it goes back.
Yeah, I think so. It's here. You know what I need to do here now.
Oh, there's the top.
If you cross
ailment,
out at the top.
Ailment archive, there it is.
Go to the X, Bex. She
doesn't need to cross it, just go to ailment archive. There's a page.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Go 3 pages over.
Not really showing. Let me
I'll
stop the share and go back, I think, because no, it's not doing it, is it?
You've got to go to a different page, don't go back. It says ailment archive at the top, one of the pages.
So just click on the different tab, Bex, at the top, you know, the tabs, and just click on the ailment archive tab.
Yeah, it's gone from me from there. Hold on a minute. Sorry about this, everybody. Let me just
It's fine, it's brilliant, Bex. So just a question. So if you have the password and you give the password to a new customer, they then have access to the whole of the website?
Yes, well, that most of the website you will have access to without the password.
That password.
The
Okay.
only thing with the password is it's going to areas which are not compliant.
Okay, so you have to be
So
really
that's-
careful not to give that out to every customer, probably, huh? I think.
No, that's what I'm saying, is that you can give the whole website out to everybody.
Yeah.
But the actual,
And there's potential that you'll have to deny access in the future to those parts anyway.
yeah, absolutely.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you see my screen now?
Can't, no.
Oh, okay. Where am I then? Let's have a look. Sorry about this. I'm fine most of the time, and then I go all non-techie. There, here we are.
It's usually when you're like being watched by 60 people. That's when I get a bit flustered too with my technology. I've got a question here. It says, how do we get the password after today? So you said
Okay, so I'll show you. I'm just trying to, for some reason, it's not coming up. Sorry about this, everybody. If you just bear with me, I will get there. I just need to click on that and then come back to the Zoom.
I would just give it to the people on here, Mum, and not give it. You don't put it on the Facebook groups because you don't know who's on there.
I'm not going to put it on the Facebook group. No, I'm a little bit nervous about it because obviously that big group that got closed in the Netherlands. Here we are. I'm on. Okay, you see that now?
Yeah, perfect.
Good. Sorry about that. So basically, I'll come to that, but so you've got recipes, and all at the top at the moment are all the recipes, you know, autumn ones, winter ones with the oils in.
Yeah.
And if you get a good recipe, it'd be lovely. We can add it to this and build on this. And then, so you've got that. Then you've got cooking with the oils. So I'm going back here. You've got cooking, cleaning, pregnancy, mood management, yoga, children, immune system, cleanse and restore the body, active lifestyle, travel, and we will put more on. Now, then we've got the oils. There's highlights on the oils. So for instance, if you look at the Kabaiba highlights, you will see so much information on Kabaiba, and you'll see videos here with Dr. Hill, and then just a really, really good one to send people if they were only kind of got their little interest, first of all, in the Kabaiba. That would also mean they had access to the rest of the website because they, first of all, were interested in Kabaiba. Then we have resources. Now, if you see here, ebooks, research, aroma touch, continuing education. Now, a lot of videos are on here. This again is password protected. I've recently done this because who knows whether the Facebook page will get closed. They've got new rules now, Facebook, and they could close it at any point. So I'm actually now adding them all the webinars and the continuing education to this site, which you can give them. It's password protected, but again, give them the password and they can go on here.
Because a lot of these trainings aren't compliant, are they?
No, these ones are not compliant. They're passed, so they must. Yeah, they have to be password protected.
And don't share them.
No. So then we have the monthly promotions. So each month on this page will be the promotions and any videos that we do for the month that will go up on the offers of the month. So yeah, so you can play around with it, have a look. There's more here, new to doTERRA. That one is all about co-impact sourcing and everything. So you could just send them that link there, that page there, and then that will tell them all about doTERRA, source to you, co-impact sourcing, healing hands, and again, the lifelong vitality is on there, how to purchase the book, how to purchase the emotions book, and so on. So yeah, and if there's any.
It's an amazing site, Bex.
Thank you so much, Mum, for doing that and for doing that for the team. And
yeah,
it's really great. It's an amazing resource you've done there.
It's fantastic. And like you say, it stops us from all having to do it ourselves, right? And having to work hard and
people spend so much time doing this kind of thing. I know people like things personalized, but you've got to keep it updated. You've got to put new oils on, and that will really distract you from being able to get on with the actual thing that brings the money in.
Absolutely.
Got a question, Mum. Is the material research based?
Well, a lot of it's from doTERRA themselves, just put into a format here. So yes, that's definitely research based. The continuing education, people have done their own webinars. So, I mean, I can put that on there if you like, if you prefer at the top. This is people that are wellness advocates in doTERRA. Some have, obviously their background is in that subject, but I can't say to you that 100% all of those in the continuing education is researched. But
yeah, but all the pages are and everything like that.
the other information is, apart from the testimonials, that's their own stuff. Then yes, yeah.
That's brilliant.
But again, if you notice anything that you think, you know, I'm not sure I like that, then just let me know. I'm happy to put your videos on there. Just try and make them compliant.
Loads of lovely comments, Bex. You have to read them before we end this call.
Okay.
The last one, listen to this, amazing, and was finding it difficult to keep sending emails out, so the fire has been relit inside me now. That's nice.
Yes, yeah.
So
I just feel that.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, with what you've done, Mum, it's amazing, and we're really, really appreciative of
Very
it
grateful.
for the team. So thank you.
Thank you.
And also, guys, make use of what there is, because it's
Yeah.
only going to get more compliant. Okay.
Yes.
So some of that stuff will probably be coming down soon.
Yeah.
So make use of what we've got and be very careful with it, because hopefully we can keep some of it up as long as possible.
Yes, actually, there was one thing I didn't show you. I need to show you this because this is part of why the password. So let me just share this really quickly. There is an about page here, about us. So what I have on here is pictures of people in the team, and they've put their own bio. So you can actually have a link to your own bio. But also I feel that it shows people that it's so diverse with so many different people. And basically, if you want to go on this have your page on this bio, then just message me and I will send you the password. I mean, I'm happy to give them the password now if you want me to. I just don't want them to share it out just with anybody. What do you think? Should I give it to them?
I think the people on this call, if they've waited an hour and 15 minutes to get
think so.
They deserve
I
it.
think so.
Yeah.
So just don't really be careful and
But they're not allowed to give it out to anyone, Mum, basically. Just tell them that.
yeah, just be really
Really
responsible.
careful.
If your bio's not here, send me your bio. If your picture's not here, send me your picture and you can be part of this. There's an energy created when we're all together as a team. There really is. It's way more powerful. There's something about it. That's my opinion. But yeah, the password. Sorry?
Does there need to be a certain rank?
No, they don't, because actually, and this is not to do with rank. I don't even want rank on the bio. I feel like people get where they are. Some take years, but they're hard workers. They take longer. Some are quick. That's not what this is about. This is about customers, people that love oils. So no, it doesn't matter what rank you are to go on here, as long as you are enrolling.
I love that. I love that, because we're all sharing these oils together, and this time, like no other, people need it, right? So this is helping us all to be able to share the oils more effectively.
Yes,
so I love that. No matter what rank, it doesn't matter. We're sharing oils. Yeah,
absolutely. So the password, really simple. It's the password for everything across the website is peppermint, and it's lowercase peppermint. So you don't even have to worry. So if you type that in, you'll get into all the non-compliant. Yeah, but just be very careful, because that also goes into the cancer. All right.
That's amazing.
One day that may not be there soon. I hold on as long as I can, but I've had to take everything off of the essential gifts of the earth to do with cancer, and gradually I will be deleting all the major diseases as well. So if you want that information, you need to go in the search bar and take it straight away.
Okay. Thanks, Becky. After this call, could you pop onto Silver Blossom and just put the website link on there again, just to remind people?
Yes.
Absolutely. There. Cool. But not the password, just the website link.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Becky, for coming on and sharing that. Thank you for trusting us. There's loads of lovely comments there, Bex, for you. Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks, Mum.
I think we'll end our call. It's gone on till 10, but it was
a long one.
It was a long one. I know, you were like, when did we finish? Usually 9:15ish. But it's been so good. Hopefully you all think it's been worth staying on and staying up late for. Have a lovely month, everybody. Share these oils. Go onto that lovely customer website. get in touch.
October, November, December, that's the best quarter of the year. So make the most of it. It's brilliant.
Yes. And I just thought it's a really good opportunity to reach out to all your customers again with that website, right? So you can reach out to them all and say, we've got this lovely website for you. We just want to check in and make sure, you know, you're okay using your oils, and here's a useful resource for you. Good opportunity.
They are Sean and Coralie, you got the secret website.
Yeah, you did. You totally did.
Oh,
Yes.
They're trustworthy.
Flagging his way into everything.
They're trustworthy, man. Sean's trustworthy.
Well, if
He
anybody
never lies about anything.
is, if it gets reported, then we normally find out who from.
Oh, there, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks so
everyone.
much, Sean and Coralie, and Emily and Tim and Becky. Thank you.
See you guys.
Brilliant. Cool.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.